Hey there. How you guys doing? Welcome. Welcome to Firestorm Free Running and Acrobatics, where today I'm talking in a low hush tone. Why? I don't really know. The camera came on before I was ready. So this is what happened. You're welcome. Blame the guy behind the camera that you can't see and don't know. But yeah, it's his fault. All right, guys, welcome to Firestorm Free Running. My name is Justin Taylor. Today we're working on our free running series. You guys have been asking for nice little flowy, kind of free runnery, connecting our moves, flowing together skills. So today we're adding on to what we did last week, our underbar 360, with an around the world. And around the world is kind of like an underbar 360, except instead of continuing on a linear path where I'm going under the bar and landing on the other side, this one is more like a palm spin, which redirects me and pushes me back the direction I came for. It's like you're like, I'm gonna go through this wall, and the wall says, you are rejected, go back from whence you came. And that will be your around the world. It looks a little like this. Woo! Around the world, around the world. You know, the song. Hey, there's a 90s thing. Around the world song. All right, guys, let's break this down with our 60-second breakdown. Are you ready? That's a solid maybe. I like that. Oh my, whoa! All right, 60-second breakdown. In this move, you can take off of 1 foot. I generally recommend doing a step together, so you're taking off of 2 feet, but it's totally up to you on this one. What we're gonna do is if I wanna turn left, in this case I am gonna turn left, I'm gonna take my opposite hand, my right hand, and I'm gonna check out what time it is on my watch. I'm gonna grab the bar from there. My other hand down here is gonna be in a reverse grip, so it's almost like I'm smashing something right here. I'm gonna grab on both sides. As I do this, I'm gonna pull myself in so my shoulder is as close to this bar as I can. I'm gonna jump and tuck my legs, locking out my bottom arm. It's gonna spin me around naturally. I'm gonna drop down where I came from. When you jump, make sure to watch that knee. Go here with my over and under grip position, pulling the bar up to my chest, leaning back. It spins me around. You'll notice I can leave my bottom hand to control myself and my exit, push away and run away. And that is probably less than 60 seconds for your 60-second breakdown or less. Special effects, special effects, special effects. All right, guys, let's break this down for you a little bit more, shall we? The biggest thing we're trying to do here is just support ourselves. As soon as I start to lean, the difference in my body weight and where it is, as in my legs being heavier out here and my upper body weighing less here in the center because it's supported, will make me start to spin regardless. So the biggest thing here is just making sure we've got a good grip with both hands. We're gonna hold on because the last thing you wanna do is spin around and slam your legs into the bar. I don't know, man, maybe you're into that kind of thing. I'm not, so I'm gonna show you how to not do that thing. So what we're gonna do is we need to find 2 bars that are pretty much parallel. They don't always have to be, but this is the easiest way to start. When we come up here, like we said before, if I wanna turn to my left, I'm gonna reach over to my left. I'm checking out my watch, or my black ring bands, but probably just my watch, and I'm gonna grab right here in an overgrip position. My other hand will be directly underneath that hand in an undergrip position. Notice my thumb is on top with this undergrip. Don't be doing this type of grip because bloop, you fall right off. You gotta have that thumb on top right there. Now what's gonna happen here is you're gonna be pulling with your upper arm and extending and pushing away with your lower arm. Our goal is to get our body as close to the upper bar as possible in the beginning to make this easier. Now if these bars are further apart, obviously I can't pull too much because my arms are straight. The closer the bars are, the easier it's gonna be for your strength, but there's less room for your legs to get through. So you gotta kind of find what works best for you. Do you want them far apart so there's plenty of room for your body and your legs, but it's a little harder for your strength? Do you want them closer together so it's easier strength-wise, but a little less room for your legs? Try every kind of setup, find out what works best for you. So what we're gonna do here, again, hand over the top, hand under the bottom, and what we're gonna be doing is jumping and tucking our legs. Now in the beginning, if I jump and tuck, and my hand slips, I'm a little scared, I'm a little worried, I may bang myself up a little bit. So what we're gonna do is treat this a bit more like a safety vault. So what I'm gonna do with my safety vault, remember it's not my inside leg, it's my outside leg. I'm gonna step up with my outside leg, and I'm gonna use this upper arm and pull myself up as much as I can to here. Notice I'm extending that lower arm. So right now it's the bones that are stacked that are taking a lot of my weight. From here I'm gonna step through the middle, turn myself around. Hey, look at that, safety vault again. I'm gonna let go with my upper arm, boop, step down to the ground, push away with that bottom arm. Now there is one more thing that you can do if the bars are close enough together, and these ones just enough are for me to show you this. And that is that when I do this here, I can step myself up. If I want to make my life a little easier, I can hook my entire forearm on top of here. Just like when I'm climbing a wall, this makes it easier. I can do the same thing here to hold myself up, spin myself around, there's my foot again, let go, and step myself down to the ground. Now eventually our goal is to do this with no feet at all, just to jump ourselves up. That is why I recommend jumping off 2 feet. If I'm coming here and I'm doing like a stride, although I can come here and stride it around, a lot of times for most people when you're learning, that's harder because a stride gives you a lot of forward energy. We're not trying to go, whoa, hee 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 hee. That wasn't me. We're not trying to go up and over the bar and continue forward. We're trying to redirect ourselves. So if I hit this with too much forward energy, it's going to be really hard to turn myself around. When I step together, it's going to kill that forward energy and help give me more jumping upward energy, which will make it easier for grabbing the bars and spinning myself around. So from here, remember when you do this, your hands have to be one above the other. Check out what happens if my hand's over here. That kind of still technically worked, right? You can see that arm gets in the way. If I put it over here like this, there's going to be nothing to support me to get my legs up and over. So I need my hands directly over the top of one another. They're spirit fingering at each other. All right? When I do this, in the beginning, feet together, step up like my safety vault, pull with my arm. I'm going to tuck both knees to my chest, and this time I'm not going to put my safety vault down over here. I'm just going to lock out this bottom arm, pull as hard as I can with my top arm, watching my head so I don't slam it in there. And once I push off this safety foot, my body is just naturally going to spin. Why? Because I got this big old badunk-a-dunk, right? Badunk-a-dunk. I shouldn't find that so amusing, but I really do. And if you'll notice, when I jump up, because my butt is behind me, more weight is on this side of the bars than this side. You can see it's all over here. As I spin around, whoop, my body wants to fall this direction. So all I have to do is lift my legs up just enough to get them over and around my arm right here, my posting arm. It'll do the rest. The goal here will be, once you feel comfortable enough doing this and it feels natural with the steps, take your step out. I'm just going to go here. I'm just going to jump, and instead of lifting the foot, I'm going to tuck both knees to my chest. When you do this, do not lift them straight up to your chest. Why? You will just knee yourself in the elbow. Then your arm will go, ah, and then you'll slide down, and then you'll slam your crotch in the bar, and then I will laugh at you because you will send me that video because I really want to watch that because that'll be hilarious. So instead, as I do this, I'm going to lean to the side and use my obliques right here to lift my knees up. This will place me in the angle to spin through here instead of coming through here and crashing my knees. So I just jump, lean to the side, lift my knees to the side. You can practice that by doing this. Bink! That's what you're doing. Not this. Right out here to the side. I come here, jump to the side, spin around. You'll notice when I'm coming out, I like to split step. You can keep your feet together. In fact, I'll come to your guys' side, so I'm a little closer so you can see my landing unobstructed. When I do this, I can keep my feet together and land like this, but there's not really anything going on out of that. This is not something usually, I'm gonna run, jump, spin, and stick your landing or your precision. Instead, it's more of a flowy move. So I'm coming in, I'm flowing myself around, I can step out, I can spin, I can go into a tumbling pass. Again, this is just another fun little flowy move to redirect yourself and set yourself up for any other kind of flowy skill you want to do in a free run line. It can be done as a single skill, but usually this is like, I'm going from one big trick to another. There's a couple bars here, I'm going to add in a little flowy thing and make my line look a little more pretty, a little more interesting, a little more twisty spinny. One last thing you can do if doing it on 2 bars is a little scary for you, you can come over here and find a bar that has a flat spot on the ground, like most ground is a flat spot, and you're gonna grab in an overgrip position. Take your flat hand, obviously you can't grab like this, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our hand the direction we're turning as far backwards as possible, plant it flat or at least pointed to the side, and what I'm gonna do here is practice. I'm gonna imagine there's a bar here, I'm gonna pull myself up, spin myself around, and come back down to my monkey position. I can do it again right here, spin myself around, And there we are. I'm practicing just like if I had a bar, but now I don't have to jump up, and now I don't have to worry about hitting my feet or cracking my toes or any of that kind of fun stuff as I'm learning. If you can feel comfortable here, then what you can do is get yourself a little beam or something so you're actually grabbing an object that you can kick on the way as you slowly build yourself up to doing it on 2 bars above ground. If your 2 bars, you find, are so tall you can't actually grab them both, then I'm very sad to inform you, you don't get to do the round the world. It's over, you're stuck wherever you are. No traveling, no international stuff, no around the world, just hometown, you're staying there. That's it. This joke was dumb. I hate myself a little. I'm gonna leave now. It's probably best for all of us. So at this point, I would tell you guys, I love your beautiful faces. I'm gonna see you next week. Hopefully, you'll be ones of my 10s and 10s of views and ones of likes. It'll be super awesome. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and maybe again, I'll show you my thighs. They're definitely not gonna subscribe now, and I actually don't blame them. That was, you screwed it up, man! You screwed it up, ah! Badunka dunk.